Hello guys and welcome back. My name is MIC Wolfman and this is the highlights video for F.E.A.R Perseus Mandate. I gotta stop myself. I had to fix the sound a little bit for my voice. For some reason that was a little low, but not only that, I kept on saying Percy Jackson, but it's Perseus Mandate. I really liked it. It had a little more of a cutscene wise. Those were really good for it. There was a little more like spookiness to it. Um, and like the interaction with your guys, and the one of the guys when you're down in the sewers in the scary part, and like he gets like you're able to try to help him kind of scenario where with Holiday you're just there, you're just seeing it, you know. It's like, oh, this is all happening in front of me. Oh, oh, there he goes. I'm just gonna stand right here, kind of not do anything. That was like a little that irked me a little bit, but again, they're both older games, but they're very good. I really like them. Perseus Mandate and Extraction Point was also good, but it was the story kind of like dragged a little bit. Like once like everyone was dying off, that started to lose me a little bit. Because then it was like, oh, like what story wise, like what's going on? What happens from here? Kind of scenario when it's like, eh. But it was good, but the Perseus Mandate like takes it a step further with the interaction, the cutscenes. Oh wait, where Alna kind of like like flew that big truck and squished that guy's whose name I can't remember. That was pretty epic. That was epic. And then there was like a little bit of a boss scene that was interesting. Um, and it was pretty good. Like I really like it, but between these two as like a non-canon thing, and then as you see, the next game I'm going to be playing, Fear 2 Project Origin, and then as well as the DLC. I think the DLC is called Reborn. All including the canon ones, they don't really connect all that well. They do, but they don't really. They kind of like forgo some information or like ignore some information with each one, and it's just like okay kind of scenario, I guess. Ooh, excuse me. Hope you guys didn't hear that. I'm tasting my Dunkin' Donuts wrap I had a little bit ago. Ooh, that was good. um, but yeah, like they don't really connect as well as they should. Story wise, gameplay wise, they're all pretty good. I'm just bad at playing video games, especially on mouse and keyboard. I grew up with the controller when I started doing. I think it was little bit moment with Nintendo 64, and then I got a GameCube, and then eventually got a PlayStation 2. Um, and I've been mostly a console for a while until college, where I mostly went PC after that. But oh my god, that was so long ago though. um, I lost my train of thought. But yeah. It's good. It's all good, but like again, they don't fully stick very well story wise. Um, Extraction Point felt like I felt they were a little bit more trying to be safe, where the Perseus Mandate they did a little bit more with the cutscenes, like you know, played around with a little bit more kind of scenario, which made it felt better, and you were a little more interaction with your guys, with your other two guys. Even though it wasn't as much, it felt a little more personal than it did with an Extraction Point. So that's like one of my main things. Um, you weren't always like on the radio with all of them, um, and things like you weren't as disconnected as I felt, me personally, as I felt with like the other guys until you know they all eventually died. Even even in even with the mandate, they kind of all died as well. I think. Did they all die? I know one of them. Did your other partner all die? Like on that note, you didn't really see. I kind of wanted to see like all the forces, fighting each other when when they said they were all gonna have them all like they were all like battling out in the streets kind of thing. But really, you were just. It felt like I was just battling one side and then the other side kind of scenario, and then like you had your side that, yeah. But I guess they couldn't really fully show that because of like maybe how old the game was. I don't know, but it was still really good. Um, I kind of want them to do a kind of like a reboot, like take all the experience and all the stuff they got from all the Fear games. Obviously Fear 1, Extraction Point, Perseus Mandate, Fear 2, Reborn, and Fear 3. Made like a cohesive story from beginning to end with all the information they have. Updated graphics, things like that, like a nice cohesion. I don't know if I'm using that right, but a nice like setup like that, it would be really nice. Um because I know they tried looking at the my setup here, because I want to play the full series, or as much as the series as I can do, because I'm playing Fear 2, and then I'm playing Reborn, and then Fear 3. And then I think in when I read it in 2014, they tried to do Fear Online, and I guess that didn't work out. But but yeah, I feel like if they did like a reboot and made it, I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but it's all good, but it just doesn't flow. All the games don't fully flow story wise together because each one kind of ignores certain things within each game kind of setup. You know what I mean? But it's all pretty good. And as obviously, Extraction Point and Perseus Mandate were non-canon, and then Fear 1, Fear 2, Fear Reboot, Fear Rebirth, and Fear 3 are canon. But Fear 3, um, again, if I remember correctly, also kind of ignores some things from Fear 1 and Fear 2. And there's a certain point in Fear 3, which Fear 3 isn't bad. I would rank that as like number 2, and then I would have Fear 1 and Perseus Mandate kind of like linked up for like tied for third, and then Extraction Point for fourth. Um, but um, there's like a certain point in Fear 3 that I was just like, yeah, you lost me at that point. I'm gonna finish playing through it, but at that point, you kind of, you lost me. Not getting me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The game, Fear 3 was pretty good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as. There's again, the story didn't connect didn't connect very well with the rest of the world story of all the games, or at least the main canon of the games, because they do ignore some of the aspects of the other ones. And then with Perseus Mandate, which is non-canon anyway, but it's like you're playing another guy that's almost exactly the same as Point Man, who's Ona's son with Fettel, right? Fettel was the other guy who's his brother, and he says it, and it's like, you remind me of my brother, and I'm like, I do. I don't talk. I'm just doing my job, and which is like weird in and of itself, but at this point in time, main characters don't talk as much. Um, but yeah, and he had the reflexes too, which was confusing. Like, it's like they didn't want to get rid of that kind of setup, which overall I'm glad they didn't, because it helped me out a lot. But story wise, it brings up questions. it brings up a lot of questions because you're basically just a copy paste version of Point Man at that point, basically. But yeah, that's my little rant. I'm enjoying playing it because I've never played Extraction Point or Perseus Mandate or even F.E.A.R. 1. I don't think I've ever played F.E.A.R. 1 either. I think I've watched somebody play. I've watched a walkthrough of F.E.A.R. 1, but I've never played it. I've played F.E.A.R. 2 and F.E.A.R. 3. F.E.A.R. 2, probably out of all of them so far from all of my experience, F.E.A.R. 2 is probably the best out of all of them. Probably the best. My favorite out of all of them. F.E.A.R. 3, only because of like the graphics and everything like that. They do multiplayer, two-player co-op for F.E.A.R. 3, which adds they do in like an interesting way. It's not great because, you know, that's in the era of when they were trying to throw two-player co-op with everything. Oh my god, Dead Space 3. Ugh. But yeah, when they tried to throw like three-player co-op with everything. But unlike F.E.A.R. 3, unlike Dead Space 3, F.E.A.R. 3 does it a little bit better. It has a little bit more interesting to it. It doesn't really affect the story as much, but it adds, like, you know, I would say a little bit more competition to it kind of setup, which I'm glad it does that instead of like forcibly, you know, like, oh, you can't do these missions because you don't have a partner and things like that Dead Space 3 did that irked me to no end. It's like, I don't get out and see people. You think I have friends? So I've watched some other people play it, and I've like, oh, that's real interesting. With Dead Space 3, I'm like, oh, I wish I could have experienced that, but you know, it is what it is. It was it was decent. With Dead Space 3, it was also kind of unique, but it was just like, you're forcing that kind of setup on the person, where F.E.A.R. 3, with their co-op, doesn't, as far as I know. There's two separate endings for F.E.A.R. 3, which, since we're not there yet, I'm not going to talk about it, since now I just realized I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. But yeah, I feel like they did a little bit better with, you know, more of like a little competition between the two players rather than like having it affect the story. I think, from what my knowledge is, I don't really remember, but that's pretty much it. I think that's enough of my rant right now. But yeah, like, I'm excited to play F.E.A.R. 2 again. I'm just actually really excited, and I hope it'll be interesting if they do a reboot. I'll be very anxious and scared about it, because how they go about this and things like that in games now. 4K, you know, triple A exclusive amazing games, you know, they always come with horrible bugs, and never got a chance to play the Dead Space remake. I didn't watch any videos on it or anything like that. I'm kind of waiting for maybe it to go, like, maybe on like a 10% sale or something before I get it, because it's kind of expensive. But I haven't played it, and I'm excited to play it. I've heard good things about it from what I did hear. But yeah, it would be really nice if they did make a F.E.A.R. remake as well. That'd be really good. But that's going to be pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the highlights, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Fighting is spread throughout the city. As always, I'll be in hard slug.
How do I? Dude's hanging. can't. You guys are in my way. Oh. You guys can take. Okay, okay, okay. You just need. What? Oh, wait, what? Not see that? Guys, come on. I just remember what was that? Give me my. God, it takes forever to kill. Am I here? Oh, there you are. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Y'all, give me all. Oh, you fuck. But yeah, and then it just come. Wasn't there armor? How does this happen? Okay, but I want to go into here. Anything else? They're like setting me up with stuff. All right, get out of here. 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 Okay, we're not gonna go that. Oh.
You're gonna need to make your way to the computer core in order to access
Mainframe. Alright, cool. Give me. Give me. Give me. In game. Taking you out. Oh. Come on. Dump some. See? This. I'm guessing I can't use. Give me. Give me. Armor all over the place. Armor. Ooh. Give me. Give me. Give me. That's kind of stinky. They're gonna die. I knew it. I knew who was gonna get taken out.
We lost a man.
That was me again. Was that? We got some mad problems. I'm dead. Okay. This is where I battled to the death. Cool. Cool. I'm dead. Okay, I need 2 grenades. Oh god, there's a turret there too. Oh my god! Chill. Chill. Oh. Okay. No. I need to go. Oh, I thought this was a separate room. That's the separate room. Oh, yeah. Cool. come on, come on, come on. Yeah. I can't. I gotta leave. There. Good. Give me all that. Oh, shit. Ow. No. Let. What? Damn. Hi. How am I missing my shots? That is horrible. Where are you? Where are you? What? Oh. Pickaxes. And the there. Okay then. Oh god, I'm on fire. This is gonna be a problem. Cool. I don't like those guys. Cool. Cool. I thought that was in health.
Did all. Leave nothing out. Yes.
Next one. Later. I could use that. I don't know why, but that's also kind of funny. Thinking about that, just... Oh. Oh, yeah. Actually, give me a... question. It matters. Oh. Oh, no.